Okay, welcome to So What's podcast. This is hopefully going to be one of many. I hope that this will turn into things that are in between, or little updates in between the tutorials, and kind of break it up and give it a different flow. On these podcasts, I'm going to talk about things like upcoming events, different projects and tutorials that'll be coming up. And maybe some giveaways if I have that coming up, and answer questions, because remember, if you have any questions for me, you can message me on social media, either Instagram, Facebook, or even on the comments here on the videos, and maybe I can try to answer some questions on that and that kind of thing. And I'll hopefully, maybe, and if you have any questions related to any kind of crafting, even if I don't have a tutorial about it, I am more than happy to find an answer for you and get you a response, and we'll go from there. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is on my Facebook page, I have a link to my Facebook group that is where I have some things for sale right now. I have a little bit of difficulty right now. There's a technical difficulty going on with my Etsy shop, but I hope to get that up and running shortly. But in the meantime, I have some things listed on my Facebook group that you can get to through my Facebook page. So What? And you can find me on Facebook at So What by Andrea. And if you go to my Instagram at So What Home Party, there's a link in my bio profile that will list and give you, and it takes you to a place that you can click on the different places you'd like to go. But on there, a couple things I have on there for you to purchase are, if you're a beginner, like everybody is at some point, I have a beginner's crochet kit and a beginner's jewelry kit. A beginner's crochet kit comes with a ball of cotton yarn, one crochet hook, and a pattern for an easy headband project. Something simple, using the single crochet stitch, which I have a tutorial on here to show you how to do the single crochet stitch. And then the jewelry beginner kit comes with all the tools and all the things you need to make a beginner set of earrings. It comes with the tools, it comes with all the findings and a couple beads and instructions and things. And I hope to have a tutorial on simple jewelry making coming up soon. And then I have some other ideas coming up in the process, but I want to tell you all about that. But yeah, so you can check those out on my Facebook page. And like I said, I'll give you an update when my Etsy shop gets up and running, tweaking a few things and getting a few things ironed out. You have to kind of ignore my background. I'm coming to you from my craft room / bedroom. So up here, if you can see some of that, is what my husband and I call my nerd shelf. I'm really into Doctor Who, as you can see behind me, and he is a Star Wars fan, and then we have some other things that we collect that are what we call our nerd shelf stuff. So yeah, so that's in the background, and then I just have some odds and ends things and a picture of Johnny Depp, because who doesn't need that in their craft room, right? So anyway, so yeah, so I'd like to talk to you about that. And then I also want to talk about the fact that I just finished the first of 3 of the amigurumi, which again, I'm not sure if I'm butchering that, the Japanese art of crochet of making small animals or dolls. I just finished the first of 3 of that tutorial to show you that style of amigurumi. But that is one of the top 21 crochet styles. And I hope to have a video and tutorial of all of those styles in the future. And on top of all the other great things coming up. So hopefully at least one of those a month. I will, do my best to get maybe more, but right now I'm going to work on one a month and get those, because I have a lot of whips going on. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's called a work in progress, or a whip. I have a lot of those things. I'm one of these people that, I see something new and I want to try it, so I have like a zillion things going on. So I don't know if everybody's like that, but that's me. And then I've also, so we have all that going on, and so hopefully that would be awesome. Also, just so you know, like I said about comments and things, if you ever have anything you'd like to maybe me show you or do a tutorial on, for sure get a hold of me, comment, let me know. I'll see what I can do and what I can find out. or even a product you'd like me to test. I mean, I don't have a huge budget right now, but hopefully I can get some things tested out and we can get some videos and show you things on that. Another thing I like to talk about is I'm dabbling in this a little bit. I haven't done a whole lot. I've done a little bit, is hand dyeing of yarn and crochet thread. I just like the idea of the variety of things you can do and the vast variety, as I said, of the colors and things you could do that you just maybe can't find at the store. So I just want to show you a couple of things that I've done. I have a video on the one of the yarn that I did, but I don't think I said I was going to put it up on Instagram, and I don't remember if I put the picture up, but anyway, this is the finished product here. I'm not sure if you can see that. My lighting, I'm still working on all of that. It's a really nice bright green and pink, and then it kind of blends in the middle there. If you can see that, I don't know if it's focusing very well. It's really awesome. I don't know what I'm going to make out of it yet. Probably like a washcloth or something, and when I finish the project with it, I will totally show you what happens. Oh, sorry, I got like a fuzzy in my eye. Sorry about that. Okay, but yeah, so I want to make a project with that. That would be awesome, and I hope to do more of these things. And I just dyed this with the same stuff you would use to do tie-dye shirts. It was just a fabric tie-dye. I had at my I work at a local craft store for my day job, and we had some fabric dye and clearance, so I thought that I would try it out. And it worked out quite well. I thought the colors were really bright. It worked out quite well, so I'm going to try and get a project made with this and see what we can come up with. So I have that. I also, let me get them, dabbled in making some hand-dyed floss or embroidery thread. I used the white DMC thread. So this here is, I call it my Batman. It's like yellow and black. This one here is like Iron Man. It's a yellow and a red. And then I have, this one's really pretty. It's like a mermaid color. The colors are really, really bright. You know, it's really hard to see, but you know what? I will put pictures of this on my Instagram. So if you want to see them, I used this spray stuff. I liked it. The colors turned out really great, but it makes the floss or the embroidery thread kind of stiff. So I'll probably try dyeing it a different way, but I highly recommend, because I used it with this, that you use that soda ash that they make for that first, because it worked great and it made the colors turn out phenomenal. Okay, so now I'm going to move on, and we're going to talk about some projects that I'm working on. Right now, if you were following on the channel, you've seen that we are, like I said, working on the amigurumi in honor of my mom, who, if you'd like to check her out on Instagram or Etsy, her shop name and her business name on Instagram is the French Giraffe. And I'll try to put a link in the description at the bottom. But she sells, she creates her own cross stitch patterns, and they're unique, and they're one of a kind. And so check her out. They're really good. She's got a really cool, and she's really into giraffes, and so obviously by the name. So I decided to do a giraffe amigurumi. And I'll show you the picture. So in the tutorial, I talk about how I'm using this Vanna's Choice book by Lion Brand. It's called Easy Critters. I know this is backwards to you, but it's called Easy Crochet Critters, and there's 10 different projects. Here's all the little pictures of all the animals you can make. We're doing this giraffe. It's super cute. In the tutorial, we did the body. So this is the body. Now, in the tutorial, I hadn't stuffed it yet, but I have now stuffed it. I just haven't tucked in my ends. So we have the body done, and we're going to work on, and I made mine more of a tan, and I'm going to use this dark brown for the spots. I think I'm going to do no eyes, because sometimes I kind of like that look with the animals. So definitely check out the channel for the continuation of this. We're going to make see how fast it goes. But we're definitely going to do the head and the body in another tutorial, and then we're going to do, if it doesn't take long, because you know I don't want to bog down. Excuse me, I got this fuzzy. Sorry about that. I don't want to bog down the videos too long because I know if you're like me, when you're watching tutorial online, especially on here on YouTube, I don't want to lose interest. So I will make them not too short, but just long enough. But if so, we'll go see how it goes. But definitely stay tuned for that. We will definitely continue to finish that giraffe because I can't wait to see when it's done. Some other things I'm working on are I'm trying to get ready for a craft show my mom and I are going to be doing. And if you are in Michigan, that's where I am from, and you're going to be in the Pinconning area, which is for people who are Michigan know this is a map, which actually I think I need to do this way because that way it's not backwards. Pinconning is kind of north, so kind of up here. We're going to be doing a craft show there in October, and so my mom's going to have so lots of cool stuff with cross stitch and some of her finished, she has to make examples for her pattern, so she's going to have a lot of her finished pieces there that you can purchase, as well as other things, and I will be having some things too. I'm working on some projects for that. So one of the things I'm working on is these dishcloths. And there's all these different patterns. I'm not going to tell you which ones I'm making, so maybe I can show you some pictures afterwards, but just in case you're in the area, you want to come check that out. It's in October. I'll get you dates when it gets closer to that. I'm working on, because it's a Halloween themed craft show, so I'm working on that. They are knitted. I do mostly crochet work. I love to craft. I love all kinds of crafting, and that's, again, my mom's the one that got me into all of that, and I think I just got her crafty brain. My husband always says I'm the crafty one in this relationship, but she taught me how to do all that, and I love it. And so my aunt, she knits too. So anyway, I stuck with the crocheting, and then I retaught myself the basics of knitting from YouTube. So thank you to all those videos of people that I watched. So anyway, so this is what it looks like so far. Like I said, I'm still kind of new at the knitting, so it's turning out quite well. I do like the size. I do like that it's a little big, but this is going to be a dishcloth, and it's going to look like one of those dresses, so it's going to be super cute. So I have that going on. And then, like I said, I have a ton of other things going on. Because I'm one of those people, again, like I said, that love to do, I want to try that. So I got plastic canvas things in the works. I'm making some keychains. This makes it look like a license plate, and so you close it up here, and that'll be super cute. I have some other planned things for that. And then I want to try my hand at sock knitting. I don't know if I'll get to that, and maybe next podcast I'll be able to show you my progress on that. But I got this super cute, it looks like denim yarn. It's on clearance. It was super cute. And so I'm going to get the needles for that hopefully soon, and then I can show you my progress on that and how that turned out. So I'm hoping to, I'm one of these people that like to look at a pattern, study it, and then try to see how I can make it work for me, so that it's, I'm not copywriting, but I take inspiration from all these different patterns and I make it my own. So that's what I'm trying to do with these knitting socks patterns, because I'm trying, first of all, I'm looking at ones that require just circular needles, because the double pointed needles scare me. And I'm sure I could do it, but I really don't want to take the time to do that with everything I got going on. So I'm trying to figure out a pattern that I like to make it my own, to use circular needles, and also want to come up with a crochet pattern to do so. So that's what I got going on. It's a lot, and I do have other things I want to do, but I have to tell myself to focus. So there's that. And then so if you guys have any projects you're working on, I'd love to see them. You can post them, send them to me on Facebook, like I said, or Instagram. I would love to see them, and it would be awesome to, I'm hoping to be able to start a group on my Facebook page that will be able to show and your work, and maybe you can you know, or if you're stuck on a project that you're working on and you need a question and you need me to help you figure it out, we'll work together and we'll figure it out. Okay, so moving on. Like I said before, if you stay tuned to the channel, we're gonna have a lot of things coming up. I'm working on a lot of new content. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. Anybody who knows me knows that I have stage fright, a huge stage fright. My one brother and sister did some stuff with drama. From what I, you know, and I could never do that. Mad props for that. Could never do that. I have huge stage fright. So for me to do this and to sit here and talk to you is a huge step out of my comfort zone, like a football field's leap out of my comfort zone, because I am super self-conscious and super stage fright. So thank you for accepting me into the YouTube community. I've been watching some other YouTube channels and getting inspiration from them, and they make me feel that they've really showed me that this is okay, that I can do this. So I thank you for accepting me into this genre here. Please be kind. I'm learning. I'm trying to get the lighting right. I'm trying to get things going. So I thank you again. Bear with me through the process, and if you have any tips, I would love to hear them. And like I said, I plan on hopefully being able to give shout outs to different channels that I think are really great. I've already gave a shout out to my mom for her, and like I said again, her Instagram and her Etsy is the French Giraffe. Another one I'd like to shout out, and I know this is like a personal plug thing, but in the future there will be others. Is my dad has a channel on here. His channel is called Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. Up north at his cabin where he is going to in the future be staying permanently. He has started a little cherry farm that we hope will become something great. It is kind of cool because if I was going to pick something in my family that we would have on, you know, be part of the family and be ours or whatever, I wouldn't have thought cherries, because I don't know, I just wouldn't. But it's working out quite well. He has a lot of videos on his channel, and it kind of shows the progress from the beginning up until now. Everything from just showing you the area to different tidbits here and there. And then he just recently got the USDA approved him for high tunnels, so it shows you the process of that. So it's a really great thing, so check it out. I'll put just links in the description for both the French Giraffe and Heaven's Gate Cherry Farm, and I know that's a personal plug, but thank you for the support. Okay, so like I said, I want to make this fun. I'm going to make this channel be great, and so I'm going to try to work on getting different things, and right, like I said, I don't have a lot of budget right now, so hopefully I'll be able to get some things cheap and I can do product reviews. I did a little review about the tulip fabric dye and the tutorial about hand dyeing some yarn, because I did use their product and it did work wonders, and I highly recommend Tulip's products. I've never had an issue with them. I love them. They worked great for what I was doing with them. I mean, maybe you have a different experience, but my experience has been that it's been great. And I also hope to have some giveaways here, different things that will help inspire you to create and do more things. So I hope that you will stay tuned for all of that, and I hope we can have a lot of fun here. So that being said, I have a exciting thing I'm working on. I'm putting in the works. I want to have I'm sorry, I keep looking off, but I'm looking at my notes, so don't forget to tell you everything, because I'm so excited about doing this thing here. So I hope to have, I know you're familiar with like stitch-alongs and block-alongs, things like that, where you make like a block a month and you go from there. Well, I want to have something a little similar, but unique to my channel. So we're going to have a monthly craft-along. And, well, I'm going to try to start it in September, so bear with me. It may be a little slow, and we might have a little less projects going on than the following months. But I want to try to get that started in September. What that's going to entail is each week of the month, we're going to have a different project tutorial, or I'll have a different project listed, either on my Instagram or on here, or Facebook. And I'm hoping to have a video tutorial for each project, and it will coincide with something going on with that month. So for example, I know that everywhere in the country is different, or wherever you are in the world is different, but for in Michigan, in the United States, most schools start back up in September. For a while it was an actual law that you couldn't start till after Labor Day, which is a holiday here in the U.S. However, some schools have went back to the way it used to be, and so they have started a little earlier. But anyway, for my children, they start back after Labor Day. So for me, I feel like the theme to September would be back to school. So all of the tutorials and things that we would have going on for that month would have to do with back to school. So what I wanted to do was, I'm thinking what my ideas are. I'm thinking for that month, and it's not just going to be, because like I said, I want this channel to be all things crafts. So don't just hesitate. You know, if you're not a knitter, that's fine. I'm going to try to reach to everybody as best I can. And I'll try to make sure that each month isn't always knitting, always this, always that. So what I want to try to do is, so the first week of September, or the four ideas for the week. So it may not be this was the first one, but so one of the ideas for that month will be knitted socks. Because I feel like, and I'm trying to think of projects that work with the theme. So for back to school, you know, things that you need to go back to school, and one of them is clothing, and so the quickest, simplest way project you can do that isn't going to take you a whole lot of time that you could make would be socks. So I'm going to try to figure out a pattern for knitted socks, and I'm going to try to figure out a pattern for crochet socks. Then I'd like to show you something else, maybe for a welcome back to school gift for a teacher, or just for yourself if you are the teacher, or maybe your older children have pierced ears. I'd like to show you a tutorial on how to make some apple earrings. I haven't decided yet if I want to do an apple bead, or if I want to show you how to do the beading to make an apple. But either way, we'll find something cool. And then I'd like to also do school bus coasters, and that would be out of plastic canvas. So those are my ideas. If you have any suggestions for upcoming months, that would be great. I'm going to try to, again, like I keep with a theme. So like October, they'll be Halloween related. November, they will be Thanksgiving related, you know, and so on and so forth. Hopefully will work great, and I'll be able to tell by the likes and the comments that you leave. But yeah, I'd really love to do that, and have us come together and do things together. So I think that's really all I have for you this time. Again, I want to thank you for welcoming me to this platform, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of each other. I hope to do more podcasts, and I'll work on getting the lighting and things like that, and get everything squared away. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. And also, like I said, you know, if you're enjoying what you're seeing here on the channel, please like the videos. If you would like to continue to see things, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And if you hit the little bell, you'll get updates on when I repost more videos. But yeah, so thank you so much. And like I always say, so what is in your craft room today?